Horizon Zero Dawn, an extremely popular PlayStation 4 game that released quite a while ago now, that is playing in the background. Well, no, it's not. This is Light of Motiram. We've already done a video on this, and as you can tell, if you have played any of the Horizon franchise, the two games that they've got out, and lots of other stuff that they've got in terms of art, merch, even, I think there's like fake Lego sets out there, loads and loads of cool stuff. It's quite popular, and it is an all-round awesome game and franchise. Now, this game here is Light of Motiram. Looks pretty much exactly the same as the Horizon franchise, but it does have a few twists. Now, in the video I did cover a few days ago, talking about how it is pretty much the exact same game, not much is different, and, well, yeah, there's a few things that are a little bit different. And let's be honest, Horizon don't own the idea of machine animals. Yes, a lot of the lighting, the player character, tribal headdress, red hair, you know, the usual stuff that's in Horizon, and what you would look at if you didn't have a logo on this, you would think it's another installment of the Horizon franchise. But no, it is a popular game so far. It's getting high up there. People are really talking about this one because of the copyright, but it's right down the middle on this, where many people are saying they don't own that concept of machines. Yes, the artwork looks very similar, but it still looks pretty damn cool, and there's a lot of different elements in there. Horizon is a story-based title, where this is a survival, PvP, and online co-op game. So it already seems as well that they will be launching on PlayStation. So I don't think PlayStation are all that bothered about it. Now, I don't know if that is confirmed, but they have said that they're launching on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC in 2025. So you never know. We'll have to wait and see. But they've also released gameplay footage. Now, there's 16 minutes of raw, unedited gameplay footage out there. If you do want to watch the entire thing, it will be in the description down below. But today I'm just going to look through that, and we're going to point out a few things that are obviously very different and do look like key features of this game itself and not really copied from anything else. Yes, a lot of the survival genre out there, a lot of games are very, very similar because that is just how it is. It's about surviving, building a base, seeing how long you can go for, fighting off enemies. So a lot of the mechanics and a lot of the building styles are the same with various tweaks to the art elements. So the actual gameplay footage looks really, really good. I'm actually quite intrigued and would like to know a little bit more about the game. So as you can see, it's already got more of a cartoony sort of element to it than Horizon. But I do like the look of it, and the building style looks quite cool. Modular pieces that you obviously build in your inventory by the looks of it, and then place them down as and when. I don't know if there's going to be some form of blueprint system, but it looks like the background there, that's your sort of camp radius. This is where you're going to stay, and I do like the sort of thing that follows you around. I mean, elements of Destiny in there as well. Why not, right? Then, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, we've got our hotbar and hot items. And then top left, we've got things like food, what looks to be warmth and stamina. Then a building menu with various pieces. So all of the usual survival elements that we'd expect to see alongside a building skill tree. So I'm quite excited for this game. It does look really cool. I'd love to see these in English, though, rather than I think this is Chinese. Obviously, Tencent's a Chinese company, so that would make more sense. But yeah, it looks really cool. I like that we'll be able to craft and upgrade our character and go through level systems as you can in normal survival games and, of course, Horizon. Now, that bit of wood over the top there does look like it's protecting the fire, so I do like that idea. That's quite a cool, bit more intertwined survival mechanic, that fire needs to be covered and you can't just pop one out anywhere. And it does look beautiful. It really does. It does not look anywhere near as bright and vibrant, though, as the artwork that we've seen so far. But it is nighttime. Now, in the day going round, it's definitely got more of a sort of arc feel to it. That's what I think, with the production and the farms that you've got going on. And the characters, obviously, they don't look as strange. And I don't know why the characters in Ark are so hench. But, yeah, it works. But yeah, I do like the look of this. I really do. Planting crops, all of the usual more intertwined survival mechanics, sort of feeding yourself rather than just going out and finding food. So being able to craft all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff as well. And then we have the sort of power world mechanic of the game. In Ark, obviously, you can get loads of creatures and they'll follow you around and do stuff. Palworld, you'll be able to get smaller creatures that you can make do things for you. They can build, they can craft, and as you can see on the left here, you've got what looks like combat, something rideable, so maybe a mount, and then here looks to be a hammer, so these are your workforce. Now they look pretty cool. I'm assuming the different colour is rarity of the items, and then as you can see in the top left, we've got what looks to be their level. And then with any old survival game, of course, you've got to spend 14 hours chopping down trees and even getting squashed by them. But I do like the way that you sort of knock down the trees. That looks really cool. Definitely interesting. But this looks a hell of a lot more cartoony than what the actual trailer showed. The trailer, which was playing at the beginning, is a hell of a lot more action, more sort of up there, more of a serious tone to it. Where this definitely feels more of a sort of Palworld situation, if that makes sense. And then here we see, with some of the bigger machines, they look a lot cooler, they look a lot meaner. The map looks absolutely insane, looks massive. And then as you can see on the top right-hand corner, there's a lot of stuff going on up there. I do find it weird that the health bar and stuff's in the top left, rather than sort of the bottom in the middle maybe, or even on the right. But yeah, it does look really, really cool. And then the first glimpse of combat, it's more melee orientated rather than sort of firearm based, unless that's just sort of beginning game. And then as you progress further through, see, we almost got a good glimpse of the map there, which I'm assuming they'll show that a little bit later on anyway. But the combat feels like it could be a little bit repetitive. This is obviously going up against humans, so it's a little bit different. But then when it does come to some of those bigger machines, what they showed in the trailer was definitely more sort of Horizon based. And this is more sort of Palworld. 100%. Like the two there are insane. This is basically Horizon's enemies mixed with Ark's building style, mixed with Palworld's sort of cartoony graphics and the machine automation side of things. Now, I will say Aloy's and Horizon's graphics are really coming into show here. Looks exactly the same as the pickups from Horizon. Obviously, doing the actual burst thing looks the same as well. And some of the bigger enemies, they look very similar to the Horizon ones. Not these guys here, but the combat looks like it's going to be a little bit more fun and engaging against these rather than the humans. The humans did seem a little bit sort of meh, relatively mushy, easy to take down. These guys look like they're going to put up a lot more of a fight. Now, I'm assuming we're going to have some form of weapons. It does look like in the bottom right that is a bow, because going up against some of those massive dudes with melee is, I don't know, I'm not really a fan of that. I think using some firearms would definitely be more fun. Then you want to go down the copying route even more. You've got the glider, which Zelda, Palworld, tons of games use the glider, but the map there looks really cool, looks massive, looks open, and then we've got some sort of, I don't know, that maybe a boss fight or something there. Don't know if there's going to be any sort of storyline to it. And as you can see, there's loads of stuff to explore. We've seen in the trailer as well that we can build a boat. So I don't know how far apart the islands are, or whether there's going to be various other places that we can go. As you can see, it doesn't look too far apart to actually need a boat. The size, though, is monumental. That looks insane. And I think this is on top of one of the platforms we saw a minute ago. This looks like it's, I don't know, maybe we've got to build something here, or this is a boss fight. Okay, this is going to spawn the big dudes in. This is very Palworld. The boss fights, and that there, very Ark, a massive gorilla. That looks really cool, though. If we could tame things like that, that would be insane. Looks like there's weak points as well. The yellow writing, I think, is a weak point. Now, the big old hammers and the swords and stuff, sort of like, not so much Final Fantasy, but yeah, I'm not a fan of that type of combat. I do like the bow. So hopefully we do see some more ranged weapons in there as well. I like the idea of using melee weapons. I think it sounds quite cool. And it just depends, because I don't like the whole like slow swinging of stuff. I like to be able to move a little bit quicker. And as you can see, companion down. Is he dead? Oh no, he's back up. Okay. Not that he's very useful anyway. And finally, right at the end, we get a nice little look at the co-op gameplay. How that's going to work, I'm not 100% sure. How many people you'll have on, still don't know. But the trophies in the background look quite cool. And the building aspects look really cool as well. Now, that's all the gameplay footage. That was 16 minutes of raw footage that we've seen there. Pretty damn cool. Looks good. I like the gameplay. But out of everything we've seen so far, it's definitely more Palworld than it is Horizon. The enemies don't look as vibrant and as cool as they did in the trailer. Yes, they look cool. The combat style looks a little bit slower and more methodical than what Horizon was. Horizon, you could really spam some stuff down range and get some pretty decent kills, as long as you're hitting the right spots and you don't have to worry too much. Whereas this looks like you're going to be doing a lot of ducking, dodging, diving, and rolling around. But pretty cool. I like the look of it. What do you guys think? Light of Motiram, do you think it's a copy of Horizon Zero Dawn still? Or is it more of a copy of Palworld? Or just a strange mix of all of the above? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Will you be checking it out? Thanks for watching. I've been Wyatt, you've been awesome, and we'll see you in the next one.